Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Tuesday. Oh, it's nice to have 2 days consecutively streaming, isn't it? It's been ages since we've done that. Before I go any further, Nick, you absolute legend over on Twitch, gifting 5 tier 1 subs. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. Speedbird464 gifted a total of 38 as well in the channel over there. That is amazing support. Thank you so much, Nick. And Jordan B. Okay, you've redeemed yourself, Jordan. Only joking, mate. Also gifting 1 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel membership as well. Welcome, Ash. And that was before the intro cinematic had even finished. Guys, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Hope you are doing well. Good evening, everybody. How are we today? Oh, we're in the UK for what is yeah, it's a horrible day. That's why we're flying here, because, well, it makes for an entertaining stream, but hopefully still a safe flight. So good evening. Hey, Marty, Liana, good evening to you as well. Zach, DC, Aviate, Terry Ash, Ace Stream, good evening, guys. Jordan, of course, hello, mate. Please don't break my aircraft today. Aviate, Dr. Magic, good evening as well. Christian Starmer, good evening to you. Great to have you on board. Gamma at 54 and Tom Kennedy also has just been gifted a channel membership courtesy of Dr. Magic. Dr. Magic, thank you so much for your support, mate. Really kind of everyone tonight kicking off the stream. We're still in the briefing room, guys. So that is incredible support. You really are awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Magic, Jordan, and Nick, of course. And Not X2411 is also here as well. You start trying to download the sim onto the laptop. Oh my word. Microsoft servers. Yep, that's going to be a long old download. Anyway, operational flight plan. What the hell's one of them? The operational flight plan is pinned into the chat if you're watching over on YouTube. And I think Nick will probably pin that into Twitch as well at some point. Right, well, let's have a look at what we have got lined up tonight. Calling Sky, thank you for so much for subscribing as well. Wally Huzak's in the house. Hey, Wally, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we're on the ground at Jersey tonight, where it's a little bit windy outside, but nothing too treacherous. We're flying up to Glasgow. Now, a whole host of interesting things taking place tonight, because at the moment, Glasgow using runway 05, but the winds are set to change, get really nasty over the next couple of hours or so, which means potentially runway changes were coming in. They're going to be gusting. The weather is rainy and low visibility and all that rubbish. So yeah, very interesting. Let's hope all works well tonight, and my aircraft behaves itself. So yeah, plenty of things to discuss tonight as well. So where's my pen? Right, we'll grab that and then we can actually start the brief. Here we go. Alright, so easy. 748 Hotel call sign tonight. We're quite heavy for a departure out of Jersey this evening. We're only underloaded by about a ton, so not too much room to throw a lot of extra fuel on. Constant for cruise flight level 2. Ignore that. That's sim brief having a moment. We're actually planned cruise tonight's flight level 360. Tropo is 36. That's going to be our cruising level actually. So shear rate looks fine. Here's the flight route. Yes. So look at this. We've got runway 264 departure. We're planning on arriving runway 23. Now that may change because 05 is currently in use. So it could still be in use when we get there, but I'm kind of anticipating they're probably going to change because the winds are going to get quite strong in the other direction, making 05 not viable. Where's the alternate tonight? The alternate is over in Edinburgh, so it's not too far away, but we'll have a look at the weather there in a couple of minutes. So CNR is 2 tons, plug fuel is around 5.5 tons. Yeah, we're not going to be taking plug fuel. It's not a plug fuel kind of day. The terrain for the flight is non-existent. There isn't any, not really. Although coming in, there is a bit of terrain around Glasgow, so that's always a bit interesting as well. Right, here we go. This is the worst weather forecast as we see here. So Glasgow, we've got a ceiling of 700 feet. That's still Cat 1. Visibility of 3 kilometers. That's still Cat 1. In fact, the winds don't look very strong there, do they? But but the forecast is for them to get up, so we shall see. So let's have a look at the alternates. We've got Edinburgh. That's looking okay. That is still Cat 1 capable. The best weather out of all of them, however, appears to be Newcastle. Never thought I'd say that. Newcastle's looking promising. Now, if if the weather became really, really bad, if our aircraft broke and both radnavs have gone and we can't auto land for whatever reason, Newcastle is my go-to airfield. Of which the extra alternate fuel required would be 300 kilogram. Let's keep that number in mind then, 300 kilogram. And we'll have a look in a moment. Right, let's just scroll down to the weather brief then. Yeah, so here it is. This is the fun stuff. So yeah, this is the weather at the moment. Let's have a look at the forecast. This is the one I'm interested in. So it is going to become over the next hour or two, 210 at 18 knots, gusting 32. Now it's alright because the runway is 23, so a lot of that is on the nose, so it's not a crosswind or anything daft like that. But there's also the chance of the rain coming in, drizzle. With that, it also means that the visibility might drop, just at the wrong time. A rain shower on finals, that's unfortunate. There's a small chance of those winds getting really strong, gusting up to 42 knots. Again, most of that is on the nose, but that might be a bit of a bumpy ride in, mightn't it? So yeah, lots to think about, lots that could happen. It's similar as well at Edinburgh, similar sort of thing, although not quite as bad. I think Inverness also gets away with it as well. Aberdeen, I think, also gets away too. Newcastle, as we've seen, is looking quite promising. There is our flight route. There we go. Oh, look at all that nasty weather. So, a bit of icing all the way up, actually. Looking at that, and then the high level cloud. Yeah, there's the confirmation of the icing, and we've got light turbulence as well. So a bit of icing and turbulence as we come down, but it's only light, that's fine. So what fuel am I going to take then? Well, let's have a look, because the maximum we can take would be 2.3 tons. Bear in mind we're in Jersey, so there would be, if I was flying the fly-by-wire, I could use SimSmart and calculate the regulated takeoff weight, because there will be a regulated takeoff weight here, because it's a short runway in Jersey. So we can't throw loads of fuel on, because we'd probably struggle to get out. We'll see what the performance calculator says soon. Let's see then. The alternate was going to be, let's call that a ton. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking, well, I'm going to need a bit more fuel because of the weather, and that 300 kilograms, because that's what I need to get to Newcastle if stuff starts to hit the fan. So if we throw in an extra ton, we should cover both of those bases. What would be really nice is maybe an extra 1.3 tons, which would take us to what, 5, 6, 7, 8, an extra 6.8 tons. So I'm thinking if we can take 6.8 tons of fuel, that will give our takeoff weight at about 66.6. So 66.6 tons. As long as we can get out on that, we should be all right. So let's see if we can do it. 66.6 tons for that departure. Is that right? Have I just calculated that right? I've just done some mental arithmetic, and that's never good. Yeah, 66.6. Let's just see if we can get out on that. So where are we? EGJJ 26. It is dry here. Flaps 1, all is off. 666. Just put standard CFG in there. Grab live weather, and we've got intersection data here. No, full length. So is this going to work? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it is going to let it. We've got very low flex, but it looks like that is going to get us out of there. I mean, we could be a bit more conservative there. If we went for flaps 2, that should see a slight change in speeds and also the flex. Will that do anything? Well, that's interesting. Pretty certain the flex should have gone higher, not lower. That's slowly approaching toga territory. Well, it says we can get out at flaps 1, so I think we're good. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So that's decision made. We'll ask the ground crew to take 6.8 tons of of fuel for the flight. Right, let's just grab the charts up, see what's occurring on here. So the jet's parked stand 8, departing 2-6. So a nice straightforward taxi there, isn't it? Nothing daft. Full length departure, obviously. And then it's the Scary 3 Alpha departure. A couple of nav aids. We've got Jersey, we've got Guernsey. Straight out Scary 3 Alpha. So basically, minimum of 3,000 feet before we begin that turn to the right. And then we want 5,000 at Guernsey. ATC probably is above that. No turns below 900 feet. So that's fine. That makes sense. More so on the departure we're taking here than it is on the opposite runway. That gets up to Scary. Any initial climb? None there. Just 5,000 feet. So that's fine. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet here as well. All right. I think that's all done, is it? There's no speed restrictions here either. So all is good. Hey, Von McLean. Good evening, mate. Hope you are well. Right, shall we go and find our jet and start getting people on board? Here it is. The sun is just starting to set then. There we are. Looks nice. Ground crew clearly have nothing better to do. Look, they're all sat there waiting to go. Flyboy John, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Okie dokies. Right. I'll get on board and we'll get set off. Let's just import the flight plan on here, and that should start the loading process. And the fuel that we want is 6.8. There we go. And I'm just going to double check. Yeah, there we go. GSX is doing its thing. Look, there we are. Awesome. Ooh, look at the moon. That looks neat. I like that. That looks very nice. Right, let's get in. So, aircraft is in its turnaround state that we're familiar with. So let's do our usual thing. Hey, Sarkatech, good to see you. So, pumps are off, packs are off, nav logo lights are on, and speed brakes, gear, parking brakes, acupressure needs a bit of topping up. Let's do that. To be fair, when the ground crew opened the doors downstairs, it should do it, but for some reason it doesn't. What the hell was that? Don't like stuff like that happening. that's not a good start. Jordan, was that you? Right, okay, acupressure topped up, that's fine. Let's head over to ATIS. We have got ATC around tonight, so let's check that out. 13467.
Contact. Jersey information, Charlie. Time 1820 Zulu. Runway in use 26. Transition level, flight level 65. Surface winds 220 degrees 15 knots. Varying between 190 and 250 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers, or more showers in the vicinity. Few at 2,300 feet. Broken 3,000 feet. Temperature +18. Dew point +15, QNH 1011, QFE 1002. Acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay. Right, we've got the QNH 1011, that's fine, 1011 up there, constraints, and that initial climb we think is going to be 5,000 feet. So, set that all up, and we're good to go. Right, let's set up the box then, shall we? So, just confirmation down here, we've got 1 hour 30 minutes as our planned flight time. Let's check it out. So, IRS, 3.5 greens. Aircraft status, valid air cycle and CFM engines. Okay, let's just start the boarding process. There we are. Okay, do I edit request? So, flight number, easy. What is it? 748 Hotel. It's an old aircraft, that, isn't it? Just want to check that boarding process has begun. I think it has. Yes, it has. Good. So let's fill this in. Cost index of 4, of course. Good old Easyjet. Ground temperature is 18. It is actually quite warm, you know, today. Even though the weather's pants, the temperature's not bad at all. Grab the winds. Oh, James, good that you can't fly along with us, mate. That's frustrating. Iris in it, check. 4912.3, they're all fine. And 212.0, that's fine. In the 0.9 west. And stand 8, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so as I said, we're going to fly tonight 360, so we'll not get information from the operational flight plan on that. Departing runway 26 on the scary departure. What a wonderful name. And then we're looking at arriving at runway 23. That's anticipating the wind to change. Ribble 1 Golf.
Passengers bus is coming.
Now what's the veer for this approach? Probably no veer actually, looking at that. It's usually no veer in the UK. Lanark is the last point. Yeah, no veer will work. Nick says it's bloody freezing. Went out early and it was below. It was below 20 down there, so you got your big southern coat. Oh, I forgot. You're in London. Pfft. Still walked the dog in the t-shirt this morning. Right, so 463 miles is in the box. 465 miles on the OFP, that's fine. RadNav page, let's fill in what we suggested. So we've got JSY. We've got GUR. Virtual Pilot, good evening from Finland. How you doing? See, I bet it's cold over there. Let's do the init B page. Right, I think we've got a company message. Let's check that out. I do love these textures this particular time of night. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Alright, so zero fuel weight is 59.9 planned. Actually, that's close to it's 60, isn't it? CFG is 32. Fuel for the alternate is a ton. Do you know what? I'm going to call that 1.3. That takes into account Newcastle. Just being conservative. I mean, that's a worst case scenario, but we'll go with it. So, fuel planning. See what it says. We're taking 6.8, so It wants 6.1, so yeah, we've got plenty.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
So even with that little bit of extra fuel on for Newcastle, we've still got around 20 minutes thinking time, haven't we there? That takeoff weight, 666. Great on one. There we are. And the takeoff CFG is 30.5. Alright, so with that, we're going to go with wet figures because we heard there was rain in the vicinity. And you know what? Because we are a bit heavy, I am going to do. I am going to be a bit more conservative. I am going to do the lesser used flaps 2 for departure. Anti-housing packs, they're not needed. That can now be updated to 30.5. It's done. Seeing live weather in case that's changed. No intersection data. We're going full length, of
Passengers
course.
bus is coming.
Let's grab everything we need. We are unable to calculate performance. Please try again. Ooh. Ooh. Toga? Oh no, let's work our way through. Flaps 3. Oh dear. Maybe it doesn't like wet figures. Go on then. Toga 1. Might just need to reset it. Okay, tell you what, let's reset. So 26. Wet. Shall I go all the way? Let's go Toga 1, see if that works. 666. We might not be going anywhere. Or I might be throwing some passengers off. 30.5. Live weather. And for length. Ah! There we are. Why is it giving me a flex temperature when I'm forcing Toga? Alright, it's Toga Tuesday. That's what we got. That's what we're doing. Let's have a look and get them in. Oh, that's quite nice. A bit of a Toga Tuesday, isn't it? So, V is 116. I don't think it likes changing from dry to wet figures. 140. 140. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Flaps. It was still flaps 1, that wasn't it? Yeah. Still flaps 1. Flex is left empty. And that's that. Gamma 54, celebrating a month of channel membership. Again, thank you so much for your support over the last month, mate. And you're more than welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Right, let's grab some smart. Two, 6. Right, 1274, 1272. That's a typo. Yeah, that's a typo. 1274, 1272, 1272. We're happy to leave those. Nothing between those is there. To be fair, with new EasyJet stops, the acceleration altitude would actually drop by a couple of hundred, so it should be 1072. So let's update that. 1072. 1072. And engine out 1072. There we go. And the engine out procedure here, we're going straight over the channel, aren't we? So there's no terrain to hit secondary flight plans. So the engine out procedure is going to be standard 1800 feet direct to Shark. Fair enough. So Echo Golf Juliet Juliet straight out on heading 263. 15 miles. And then we fly to Shark. I mean, they've got some interesting waypoint names, haven't they, here? Scary. Shark. So we don't have to ditch. Hold it, Shark, 085 right turns. to Jersey? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? What's our takeoff weight? 666. Overweight landing in nasty conditions at Jersey. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that empty. In fact, no, I'm not. Just in case, in case, we're on fire or something stupid. We will get an approach in. Alright, let's do 6. No star. And no veer. Fine. Alright. Let's check that out. So we're straight out to Shark. Oh, actually, Shark is pretty much straight out, isn't it? We don't even need the PBD-01, to be honest. Might just clear that out. Makes no sense. We don't need it. Yeah, there we go. Even better.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Done. Rain Manigello says this flight planning is too long. Might be watching the wrong channel, mate. This is
Thank you. Enjoy.
as it's done in real life, my friend. Okay, job done. Box is planned. Let's brief with you guys then. So, doing the want brief, starting with our weather as per usual. We've got the 80s. Winds 22015, so a little bit of a crosswind from the left as we're departing. It's also varying 190250. Visibility is fine with 10 kilometers or more. We've got showers in the vicinity and clouds at 3,200 feet. Anti-ice is not going to be required for the departure. The aircraft is fully working, with the exception of the weather radar. Sadly, that would have been really nice to see tonight. The NOTAMs, none on the OFP, no NOTAMs for us this evening, at either airport actually. Threats to be aware of, yeah, short runway, I'll bring that up as a threat. That's pretty much the main thing, so let's be aware that it could be wet. There's showers potentially in the area, so braking action might not be as we want, and it's something to think about in the case of a rejected takeoff. It might be safer just to keep going once we're above 100 knots, as we are quite heavy as well. Our takeoff weight is 66.6, which is above maximum landing weight, so that's also something just to keep in the back of our mind as well. Other than that, that's about it really. Short takeoff. So yeah, short runway for takeoff. Let's do the full brief then. So we are parked stand 8. It's a straightforward taxi. It's not a long taxi, so we don't need to do a single engine taxi today. That won't be done. We'll push back on expect Juliet facing west. It'll be Juliet Alpha then for a full length departure. As I say, no single engine taxi, and then we're out on Scary 3 Alpha. It's a noise abatement 2 departure. Turn begins at 3,000 feet. The initial climb is 5,000 feet, no speed restriction, so we can clean up on the schedule and accelerate away. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? MSA is 1,900. Cool. The emergency brief then. So, standard A320 emergency brief. If we have a problem below 100 knots on the takeoff roll, then we will stop. Above V1, then of course we are committed. We will climb 12.5 degrees pitch, then following SRS. Above 400 feet, confirm the engine failure, and then once we've trimmed out the rudder, get the autopilot engaged. We'll secure the failed engine, and then once we are above 1,800 feet, well, there's no real turn actually, we just headed straight towards our holding point, which we've got in the secondary flight plan, and we'll hold 3,000 feet safely above MSA, and then we'll decide what we're going to do, because as I say, we are overweight, it's a short runway, coming back in here might not be possible. Other than that, I think we're all done. let's now contact ATC 11945.
Good evening, this is EC672 question to Glasgow. Information Charlie on board gate 5, 2081011, Airbus 320, X5, crossing Fenix A320.
Easy 632, good evening, cleared Glasgow, Skerry, 3 Alpha departure, squawk 1233.
Clear to Glasgow, Skerry, 3 Alpha departure, squawk 1233.
Ooh, takeoff weight 667, it's gone up.
Runway 264,
Let's look at that in a sec.
Easy 632, feedback is correct, we're ready, call push and start.
run ready, call for...
Jersey, good evening, Easy 748 Hotel, stand 8, Type A320, requesting Alpha clearance has filed up to Glasgow, and we have information, Charlie.
Easy 748 Hotel, good evening, cleared Glasgow, Skerry, 3 Alpha departure, squawk 1225.
Cleared Van Scary 3 Alpha departure, squawk 1225 for Easy 748 Hotel.
Easy 748 Hotel, read back correct, when ready, call push and start.
We'll go, thanks, Easy 748 Hotel. Alright, so, everything we've briefed is fine, but just need to check the perf calcs because we've got a bit more weight than we'd planned. That's not what I want on this runway. So we've gone up by 100 kilogram. Let's just check. So 1640. See if these change. We're toggling anyway, so 1640. Ah, it's not changed. Wonderful. That's what we wanted. Good stuff. Right, let's get that APU started. Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are now on board.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Lee, have I got the wrong call sign showing at the top of the screen? What have I got showing? Oh yeah. Go on, let me just edit that then. What is it? Easy 748 Hotel. There you go. That should hopefully now be showing no longer duff information. So APU is firing up.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Jordan, the lower ECAM's looking different tonight. It's looking a lot better, isn't it? Definitely. Right, APU's up and running. Let's disconnect the external power. Fuel is loaded. .8 tons. All balanced. Lovely. Get that on. Right, so corporate preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 6.8 tons. Checked and balanced. Seatbelt signs are now on. It is. We've got 3.5 green, and Q8 is 1011. Set cross checked. 280 feet. Awesome. All right then. With that, we'll make a quick PA so the passengers are happy, and then we'll request push. In fact, let's get the ground crew sorted, shall we? They can start coming into position.
Hi,
Hi, right, we're getting ready for a pushback ground crew approach, so if you get everything set up back there, we'll be getting ready to go.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight this evening from Jersey up to Glasgow. We're flying today at a altitude of 36,000 feet. There's no departure delay. We should be on our way in the next 5 minutes or so. Weather ahead looks okay. It might be a little bit bumpy by the time we get up to Glasgow, but nothing to worry about. We've got no delays planned en route either. So if you can take to your seats, get yourself strapped in, and we'll be on our way as soon as possible. Thank you. Tower Easy 748 Hotel, stand 8 is ready for push and start, please.
Easy 748 Hotel, push and start approved, face west, call for taxi.
Push and start approved, face west, and we'll call for taxi. Easy 748 Hotel.
Stand 9, Easy 473, push and start.
Oswald students
And the line 224.
Okay, before start checklist, parking brake
hold
is
position,
on,
your
takeoff
number.
data is confirmed, windows closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors are closed
Holding
and
position,
armed,
Delta 9,
beacon light
247.
is on.
Mike Delta Alpha, set between 220, 17 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Parking brakes released.
Clear land, runway 26, right Delta.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Engine mode selected to ignition and paranoia check. Starting engine one. Oh my god, where are you going? Where are you going? GSX, what are you doing?
Push approved, face west.
Oh my word.
0.
Easy 415, was you calling for taxi?
I've got a drunk tug driver.
Sorry, Easy 415, can you hear us?
Jeez.
Easy 415, yes, readability's 5.
Thanks so much. Easy
You're sacked.
415, we're ready for taxi now.
Easy 415 via Alpha, take the hold point Alpha 1, runway 26, QNH 1010.
Right, Alpha taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 26, QNH 1010, Easy 415.
Easy 632, that company A320 behind you, he's on the move, push and start is approved. You're going to face east, call for taxi.
Push and start approved, facing east for call for taxi.
Peter, ATC, oh mate, I'm sorry, I did see you come in a little bit earlier on. Good evening, mate. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well.
Just give way to the Easyjet 320s, passing right to left, push and start is approved, face east, call for taxi.
Engine 1 stable, starting engine 2.
Push start approved, face east for Hudson Line 247.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Never seen a pushback quite like that
We
before.
now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace positions which you must adopt if you hear.
I reckon Jordan's driving the tug, trying to knacker my aircraft again.
At the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened,
Unlocking gear.
adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you.
Mike Delta
Engine
Alpha,
2
welcome
stable.
into Jersey. You're going to take you to the Gamma Aviation via Bravo and Juliet, hold short Bravo 2.
Tug driver's moving off.
Bravo Juliet,
Thank God.
short of Bravo. Mike Delta Alpha, good evening.
Before helping others. If we land on water,
Trying
take
to
the
kill
life
me.
jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together. And pull
So
the
where's he
strap
going
to
now?
adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails
Easy
to
415, just check your transponder for me.
Sally Yangerman, good evening.
1201, squawk mode Charlie.
attracting attention.
1201, Easy 415.
Rotation aids for children.
That was actually a good
Your
reminder.
tray table must now be stowed,
Hadn't said that.
down, window blinds open, and
There he
seats
is, right, he's waving at me, showing me the pin. The
wish
truck
you
driver's going off to
Easyjet.
down some more scotch or something.
Easy 415, thank you. Report ready for departure.
Ready for departure, Easy 415.
Easy 415, thank
After
you.
that checklist, so anti-acid
CC017
feet count
knots, runway 26,
status
clear
is
takeoff.
checked. Just
Good
check that's
takeoff, runway
the...
26,
Oh, why am I
Easy
pressing that?
415.
Yeah, that's just pack 2, that's fine. Pitch trim is 29.8 and rudder is neutral. Let's just get some lights in here, shall we? Right, so short taxi, so I'll do a quick flight control check while we're stationary. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. Tower is the 748 Hotel, it's ready for taxi.
Easy 748 Hotel via Juliet and Alpha, taxi Hopman Alpha 1, runway 26. Q&H is 1010, hold short Juliet 1.
Via Juliet Alpha, taxi holding point Alpha 1 for runway 26 and hold short Juliet 1 for Easy 748 Hotel, QNH 1011.
And Easy 632, question taxi, please.
Master caution.
Easy 632, Roger. Just hold your position, I'm just waiting for the handle line to full taxi.
Handle line,
Clear
247, radio check, please.
2247, readability 5.
Great, I can hear you now. Handle line 247 is ready for taxi.
Handle line 2247 via Alpha, taxi Hopman Alpha 1, runway 26, Q&H 1010.
Hold Alpha 1 to 26 or Alpha QNH 1021, handle line 247.
Handle line 2247, just confirm the score, the Q&H 1010.
Correction
Check.
1010 for handle line 247.
Easy 415, turn left heading 180.
180, Easy 415.
Easy 632, that's the same for you via Alpha, taxi Hopman Alpha
Hello.
1, runway 26. Q&H is 1010, you can follow that CRJ, handle line 247.
Will do, thanks.
Alpha and hold point Alpha.
Alright, quick head check.
1.
So,
In front of me for-
slight change to the LMCs, but it's not affected on our takeoff performance data. We've got full length wet runway figures. Full length 26.
Easy 748 Hotel, you can continue taxi Juliet Alpha up to Alpha 1, runway 26. You can follow the company Airbus 320 Neo.
Continue taxi via Juliet Alpha to hold point Alpha 1 and we'll follow the company Neo. Easy 748 Hotel. Procedure is
and Alpha
standard,
up to Alpha 1, runway
straight out,
26.
hold
Q&H is
scary,
1010, you
3,000
can follow the
feet.
company Airbus
Departure
320.
is the Scary 3
Hi, Juliet
Alpha.
Alpha,
We don't hold it scary, sorry, we hold it sharp. Departure is Scary 3 Alpha. First turn to the right, noise abatement 2. First turn commenced, 1 passing 3,000
Mike
feet.
Delta Alpha,
No
just
speed
another 30
restrictions
seconds or
and
so,
visual
so we'll
climb
get to the
5,000
Gamma
feet.
Aviation.
Mike Delta Alpha, no problem, thanks.
Right, just get around this corner. There's a taxi checklist. Peter Easyjet, congratulations, became a granddad. I think I saw in the chat there just whilst we
Easy
were working through
415,
that.
turn left heading
Brilliant news, mate.
085.
Enjoy.
085, Easy 415.
Grandchildren are far better because you can give them back. Not that I'd know. I just wish I could give mine
Handle line
back. I've no one to
247.
give
Can
them
I hold
back
it
to.
golf so I'm out of the way?
Jordan,
Have a
again,
short delay
gifting
before
1
the
EasyJet Sim Pilot Channel membership. Jordan, that is
Handle line
awesome. Thank
2247,
you
that's
so,
not a
so
problem.
much.
Taxi hold
And
point
Nick
golf, report
also
ready
gifting
for
5
departure.
EasyJet Sim Pilot Channel memberships
Hold golf,
as
report
well.
departure,
Thank you so
handle
much,
line
guys.
247, thank you.
Really do appreciate that.
Mike Delta Alpha,
Thank you so much.
taxiways are clear via Bravo and Juliet.
Right, let's run this taxi
Gamma
checklist. Flight controls have
Aviation.
been checked. Flap setting is
Fire Bravo,
config.
Juliet, Gamma
1
Aviation, Mike
FMA, climb nav, blue 152, 5,000 blue, red on pretty features on ECAM memo. We've got takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. I need to disconnect it. Let's do that now. Hey Jeff, thanks for subscribing.
Easy 632, that handle line 247, he's going to golf. When you get up to the Alpha 1, just make sure you're going to peel to the left.
Derek, I don't really have a favourite airline, to be honest. We're just following their standard operating procedures, so there you are.
Well, that's what you Easy
Yes, Easy 632. Just make sure that you go left at the intersection to Alpha 1.
Okay, roger that for Easy 632.
And Easy 632, report ready for departure.
We will report when ready for departure for Easy 632.
If you've enjoyed the stream so far, if you could do me a massive favour, just hit that like button. It's free, of course, but it does make a big difference, so thank you so much. Can't remember the last time we did a toga takeoff, so that'll be fun. Oh, Peter HCO, thank you so much, mate, for your very kind super chat. Says back on SOPs, pre-departure donation. Thank you, Peter. Amazing stuff. Oh, you've got a granddaughter as well. Oh, that'll be great in about 16 years' time with tantrums. Actually, they don't have to wait till they're 16. Mine have tantrums now and they're only 4.
Easy 748 Hotel, report ready for departure.
And Easy 748 Hotel will be fully ready.
Hands line 247 is also fully ready for departure.
And so 2247 after that, departing Easyjet 320 Neo, line up and wait, runway 26.
Behind the departing Easyjet A320, line up and wait 26, hands line 247.
Easy 415, descend and maintain altitude 2,000 feet.
That is a gorgeous looking aircraft, little Lufthansa. How neat.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Jersey Tower, Janex 4 Tango Charlie.
Easy 632, route direct Sketry.
Route direct to Sketry for Easy 632.
Easy 632, thank you. There's no further ATC. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight. Bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom 122.8 for Easy 632.
Easy 415, instructions were descend and maintain altitude 2,000 feet.
Easy 415, we're already at 3,000 feet.
Easy 415, no, 2,000 feet. Descend and maintain 2,000.
Very sorry, we thought you said 3,000, saying to 2,000, Easy 415.
Easy 415, turn left heading 300, report localizer established, runway 26.
Heading 300,
so
report localizer
mass caution,
established,
cancel
runway
mass
26, Easy 415.
disregard ECAM, clear ECAM.
And the line 2247, surface winds 22017 knots, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
26 clear for takeoff, hands line 247.
Easy 748 Hotel, after that departing Hansa line CRJ, line up and wait behind runway 26.
Behind the departing CRJ, line up and wait runway 26 behind for Easy 748 Hotel.
Fenix A320 Tango Charlie, apologies sir, pass your message.
Yeah, could you just confirm the departure? Benny 5 Alpha, reconfirm Janex 4 Tango Charlie.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Charlie, that's affirmative, sir. Bennett 5 Alpha departure.
Roger, thank you very much. Janex 4 Tango Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, because this is a nighttime flight, for safety purposes, I have dimmed the cabin lights for takeoff. This is a completely normal procedure, and they will be turned back on once we've completed our departure. Thank you.
And the line 2247, there's no further ATC, I'm afraid. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight, sir. Bye-bye.
122.8 for hands line 247. Thanks for service this evening. Have a great evening. See you.
Right, I want as much runway as I can steal here. Peter HCO, yep, they have just, they've gone 833. So, That's in keeping with real world.
Easy 748 Hotel, surface winds 22017 knots, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 26, Easy 748 Hotel.
Easy 440, report ready for departure.
Right, because I
Fully
want
ready, easy
the runway,
Easy
and lots of
440,
it.
after that departing
I'm going to hold it on the
company
toe
Airbus
brakes.
320, line
So,
up away behind runway 26.
line up, checklist,
Time
cabin
departing
secure,
company
takeoff runway,
320,
full
line up
length
away behind
26,
runway
TARA,
26, easy 440.
should we actually get that done? TARA and packs are off. Okay, takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% M1 set. And set takeoff throttles. Mantoga SRS and runway. Engine 1 critical. God, this thing better not run out of runway. Knots. V1, rotate. It's windy. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav. Turn those off.
Easy 440, climb runway heading. Easy 440, are you back with me?
A-firm, easy 440, straight quick disconnect.
Easy 748 Hotel, route direct Scary.
Direct Scary for Easy 748 Hotel.
Easy 440, after departure, climb runway heading altitude 4,000 feet before turning track Scary.
After departure, fly runway heading 4,000 feet before turning on track Scary, easy 440.
Easy 748 Hotel, there's no further ATC I'm afraid, monitor Unicom 122.8, thanks for the traffic.
Flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Over to Unicom, thanks so much for the service, Easy 748 Hotel, good night.
Easy 440, surface winds 22017 knots, so runway
Right, no
26
further
clear.
ATC, so
Runway 26 clear for takeoff, easy 440.
let's pull standard pressure, yeah,
Easy
master caution,
415,
cancel
just confirm you're established for 26.
that. Up climb, 200.
Not yet, easy 415.
Cabin crews released.
Yep, easy 4 and 5, there's no established.
And away we go. Awesome. Hadler, still getting used to the A320. Why do we turn the packs off on takeoff? That is airline specific, so not all airlines will do that. Turning the packs off just delivers more performance to the engines, basically. Italian Yankee fan, love the quarter moon. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? CRI, you're finally able to catch us live. Thanks so much. Glad you're here. Hope you're enjoying. Where is that moon? There it is. Look. Does look nice. Okay, spoilers, flaps, gear. Get the lights off. A is hashtag. For some reason, the Phoenix boards the passengers 2 times simultaneously. One the Phoenix, the other is Phoenix Jet. Oh, I've not encountered that problem. No, not quite sure what's happening there. Leader jets not normally take off with the full power then. No, they don't. No, they usually use sort of a D-rated thrust if you're Boeing, or a flex temp if you're Airbus. Same thing. If they don't need to use full power, they won't. Saves fuel, saves engine wear and tear, it's quieter, all of that good stuff. Aaron, why did we only taxi with pack 1? You don't need both on. Again, same thing, saves a bit of fuel, that kind of stuff. It's definitely a low-cost carrier option. Right, that's 10,000 feet. Let's get airports onto the EFIS, and let's sort out this box. So, RadNav page, we'll clear out Jersey and Guernsey. Don't really need those in there now anymore. Everything's working. Progress page, we're going flight level 360. That's going to be fine for us as well. Looking at that, cost index of 0, and the secondary flight plan can be copied, deleted and copied. So that's it. Right, flight level 360. Let's wind that up then. Ooh, not that high. And 360 blue. And I think we can release the passengers as well now. Oh, we'll go out the window, but I don't think we'll see anything. Actually, that's quite neat. Quite like that. Oh, look at the lighthouse. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is worth the window view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However, for your safety, we do recommend that you remain seated with your belt fastened at all times during the flight. Thank you.
That looks awesome, doesn't it? Not enough lighthouses in the simulator. Right, that's it. We are on our way. So, with that, we want to keep an eye on the weather in. Want to keep an eye on the weather up in Glasgow. Make sure that's not too ridiculous. And yeah. The engine sounds are all Fenix. They're Fenix engine sounds. And they're good. Jordan, when flying on VATSIM and departing, do you have to continue on the runway heading unless told? Otherwise you can continue with the plan without any input from ATC. The idea is to fly the standard instrument departure, so yeah, fly that departure, and only if ATC come and say do something different, do you do something different. Hey Sharma, good evening. I'm hypnotised by the lighthouse. Sharma, explain cost index. Oh god. Alright. Very briefly, we have discussed this at length, I think, on the channel in the past. Cost index is not the higher the number you choose, the faster you go. It is not about speed. I want to clarify that right off the bat. It is not about speed. Although it's difficult to understand that because the higher the cost index, usually the faster you fly. Cost index is an airline setting, and they choose a cost index that works for them. Excuse me, master caution, cancel, disregard, clear, you can. Fine. So, with a low cost index, you fly slower, but your flights take longer, meaning your engines are running for longer, but you use less fuel because you're not traveling as fast. So a flight with a lower cost index saves money on fuel, but has higher wear and tear and repair bills because the engines are working for longer. An airline with a high cost index burns more fuel, but the aircraft aren't airborne for as long, so their maintenance costs will be a little bit less. So it swings and roundabouts, and airlines work out what's going to be right for them, basically. So that's yeah, that's cost index in a bit of a nutshell. Right, can we see any ships over the? We must be over the channel by now. Oh yeah, there's one. Shami, you're more than welcome. It also affects lots of other things as well. So it affects where your top of climb would be. It affects where your top of descent would be. A top of descent miles away saves money, of course, because you know you start the descent really far out. You use the gravitational potential energy that the aircraft has to get down to the ground, you know, glides a little bit more. So there's all those sorts of things to take into account as well. Aaron, what's the ECAM message popping up? Why can we disregard it? It's just telling me my side stick's not working. It is. That's basically what I'm disregarding it. To be honest, if you had this in real life, your left side stick is in up, then yeah, that would be a cause for concern. Ronald Jeffers from Chicago. Hey Ronald, good to see you, mate. It's been a while. Jacob, yep, we are indeed on VATSIM, that's right. Liana, no, well, the Phoenix, you know, takes cost index a little bit further than that in the simulator, because that does affect where your top of climb is, where your top of descent is, and all that sort of stuff. So they have gone a little bit further in that regard. It's not just about speed, although obviously in the simulator we don't care how much anything costs. It's not real fuel, it's not real maintenance costs, which is good because I'd be broke now thanks to Jordan. What the hell kind of little routing's that? Yeah, I don't think so. Direct Fimka. Sharon, should you use VHF 1 and 2 when flying on VATSIM? Yeah, I mean VHF 2 is usually just monitoring the guard frequency, so mind you, you never transmit online VATSIM, it's not allowed. But yeah, 1 and 2 is predominantly what you'd use. Oh, look at all the ships down there. And is the side stick fault a Phoenix thing? Yes, it is. Yes, yeah. And if that was real life, would that be a pan or even a mayday with a divert? Depends whereabouts in the flight you would be. Bear in mind, if your left side stick's not working, the right side stick is. So, yeah. Here's a great scenario then. So what if we were flying to a Cat C airfield, somewhere like Madeira, or Skiathos, or Gibraltar, somewhere like that, Tivat, and the left side stick suddenly became in op? What's the problem? Right, I'm just going to send off for the weather, see what's happening there. See, you guys, you're all too good. Yeah, that's the problem. Those airports I mentioned are captain's only landing airports, so he couldn't do it from his seat, could he? Swap seats? Legally, from a legal point of view, yeah, you could. Would you want to go into Tivat though, or somewhere like that, with one side stick down? In the back of your mind thinking, what if? Right, I've got the current weather data. Oh, look at that. That is exactly what we planned for. Winds 210 at 22, gusting 33. Oh, wow. This weather's actually a little bit worse than I planned. Light rain, few clouds, 1,500. Visibility is still fine. QNH 985. God, that's low. Recent rain, recent drizzle. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Samuel George, RTX 3060. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to have a look. Let's have a look at the... let me just grab the Mel. And I'll find out for you. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a that's a no dispatch. Side sig fault is yeah, no dispatch. Well, that clears that up quite nicely. Nick, you'd ask yourself at this point, what would shout and swear a lot. Andrew 312, interesting weather. It is. Could be fun. Funny came off in my handcuff. Yeah, it was like that when I got here. Vonnie get his ruler out and stick it in the hole instead. Brilliant. Aviates, can't wait for the mini FCU. Are they still being delivered in November? I think so. I've not heard anything to the contrary. There we go. A little picture of where we are. Just coming over Devon now, I think. Chalty, got a question for you. So this, oh, hang on, let me get back in the flight deck. So Chalty, you're the you're our tech guy. So the hydraulics on the 320. Do you know the answer to the question? I don't, by the way, so I'm genuinely asking. We've obviously got 3 hydraulics, all driven by the fluid driven by the air pressure, etc., the bleed air. So if we get low air pressure in one of the hydraulics, can that affect the other 2? Or are they all segregated, so there is no... if you get low pressure in one, is there a chance of low pressure getting into the other 2? Or are they all segregated? There you go. HD and I were discussing that yesterday, and we were both like, I don't know. Let's ask someone who does. Craig, you're on your way to Aberdeen. Never understood how to calculate top descent and work out where to start down when there is no star. Well, you have a star, but without a passing altitude. Any tips? Craig, I would start it then at... what I'd do is if you're at 36,000 feet, and so that basically means you need to lose 36,000 feet, assuming your airport is close to sea level. Then I'd do 36, multiplied by 3, and add 10. That's how many miles away from your airport you need to start heading down. Hey Antrak, good evening. That is quite a nice view, isn't it? With the still just the tinge of a hue where the sun set. I've got visions of Chalty now scouring through books. Lucas says, please make the live videos start a bit earlier because you like them so much, but you can't watch them because you have to go to bed. Yeah, that's understandable, Luca. Unfortunately, I can't wrestle my kids into bed before this time usually, so that is that's usually the issue, mate. I'm bound by my family. We do sometimes do streams in the middle of the day, but it's because it's rare at the minute because I'm stuffed for time. Right, top of climb isn't that far away. Looking at our flight plan, then we should be there in about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit under that as well. Flyer Mar, good evening. Do you know, I do love the fact that the clouds get illuminated by the streetlights over cities and villages. I think it's great. Samuel George, what resolution are we using? I'm using 1080. I think that Jordan gifting another Easyjet Simple Channel membership. Jordan, thank you so much. That's 3 tonight, Jordan. That's incredible support. Thank you, mate. I really do appreciate that. That was very kind of you. And Craig Malton, the recipient of that. So if you are a if you are a channel member, make sure that you check out our members only streams that we've done and get yourself into the members lounge as well on Discord. The members only streams usually end up with me doing something which results in me crashing my aircraft. It has done on the last 2, I think, hasn't it? Whilst messing about. Chalty, the armrest defect is also a no-go item. I'm going to look that up. Am I going to find that in the mail? I can't find that in the mail. I wouldn't even know what I'm searching for, to be honest, for that. Right, hang on then. Hang on, let me have a look.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Pilot seat recline adjustments. That's not required. Pilot seat manual adjustments. No. Pilot seat electronical adjustment. Not required. Pilot seat shoulder harness is required. Pilot side stick armrest height adjustment. Not required. Pilot side stick armrest pitch adjustment. Not required. Pilot side stick armrest memory position display. Not required. Pilot inboard armrest vertical adjustment. Not required. Pilot seat headrest. Not required. Basically, the pilot can stand up and fly or kneel down. Yeah, I've not got that in my my Mel Chalty. That might be a different airline. Angus McTavish, good evening, sir. How are you doing? How's the weather looking? Ugh. Wet and windy. If I say just like typical Scottish weather, does that cover it? And Angus celebrating 22 months of channel membership. That is amazing support. Thank you, Angus. Getting very close to 2 years now. Hey, Bobby G. Aaron, what about a broken coffee machine? Is that no dispatch as well? Probably would be for the crew. Right, we've missed top climb anyway. There we go. Well, cruise 360. Set that to below. Let's get our performance back to 4. And I'm going to put a light on. I'll actually see what I'm clicking. Okey-dokies. Check there's nothing dangerously amiss here. Has anyone noticed this? Cabin altitude's just booked. Right number, wrong indicator. We'll write that up in the tech log afterwards. Look at that, a hydraulics page and everything's working. Jordan. Fuel 6.8 tons. Yep, that matches up. Temperature's fine. Flight controls are working. System's working. Disregard the side stick. Airborne Rookie, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Okay, that's fine. Let's do a fuel check for ASCAL. So, get the OFP up. Charles, you know, it's reservoir pressure. You've got 3 reservoirs. If you encounter cavitations, start APU, bleed on, but not a problem unless it's the blue system, which is the diverse now. Fair enough. Thanks, Chalty. It was just something HDR we were discussing yesterday. We were like, well, if the hydraulic pressure is low and it's been fed by the bleed air, what's to say that the others aren't going to become low if there's an issue? But that's good to know. Jordan, the hydraulics looks far too green. No, it doesn't. Leave it alone. Leave my plane alone. What am I doing? Fuel check. So, what fuel did we take? Can't remember. I've got it written down here. 1 second. So, we took 6.8 tons. Plug was 5.5, so we've got 1.3 ton extra. Plus 0.2, which is listed there as the trip contingency. So 1.5 tons extra. We're approaching ASCAL. So 1.5 tons of extra fuel plus 3.1 is shown. There is 4.6 tons, and we've got 4.7 showing. Fuel is fine. Right, let's wonder what weather's in a moment. Von McLean, thank you so much, Von. Always supporting the channel like this, Von. Gifting 5 EasyJets Inviolate channel memberships. That is really, really generous. And gifting memberships to Ant, Aaron, Mona, Sarkatet, and Spitfire Raf. Thank you so much, Von. Really do appreciate that. So, guys, whilst you're members, as I say, get yourself in the members lounge and check out the members only streams. Where crashing my aircraft is starting to become a little bit of a little bit of a ongoing theme. Right, so let's have a look at grabbing some en route weathers. See what Manchester's like. We're not a million miles away from it, so we'll send Manchester off. AGPH, which is Edinburgh, of course. Send that off as well. Check out Newcastle. Okay, see what we've got. So Manchester, that's fine. Edinburgh, also fine. Winds variable at 3 knots. Beautiful. And Newcastle, also fine. So it's just Glasgow then. Thought we might have got a bit of ATC tonight, but I don't think there's anyone on in London. Oh, London North are online. I'm not sure if they'll be around a little bit later on. Eurotext says it's swimsuit weather. Aaron, can you share information on the general status of aircraft in real life, like the hydraulic quantities, many aeronaut stickers? No, I mean, you tend to see not many things wrong with the aircraft in terms of, you know, the main sort of systems and stuff like that in the flight deck. What you will see is things in the tech log, like there is a broken armrest in the passenger cabin in seat 7A, or someone's tray table doesn't flop down or something, or rather it's just flopped down and broken so no one can sit there. That kind of stuff, which, you know, pilots don't care about. But that's the kind of stuff you'll see. As for actual stuff that's broken and in up, that kind of stuff, I think, yeah, you know, a lot depends on the airline and their maintenance, that kind of stuff. Hey J-Hog, good evening. Sharma, reasons for putting the cost index to 0 when we're in the climb? Company SOPs. It might save them 30 pence a flight. But you work out how much that is roughly over the course of a year. Aaron, what do you do with those kind of inputs in the log? Laugh at them? Everything that's wrong, you know, any sort of defect with the aircraft has got to be logged. So the idea being that it gets fixed when you're back on the ground. There are certain things that have to be repaired within a certain time. And then there are obviously things that are no-go items, which, as we've just been discussing. Like the side stick, if that's broken, that aircraft's not going anywhere. Hey Flex, good evening. I know everyone likes to see us flying in the daytime, and visually it is stunning, but don't you think nighttime's pretty stunning too? I certainly do. Particularly when you can see it. Back is like the yellow hydraulic last night. Yeah, exactly. Probably want that fixed before we fly somewhere else. Shall we do a flight with an engine out on the departure, so having to go back to the departure airport? Have we ever had that happen? I don't think we have. Yeah, no, I don't think we've ever had that happen. We've been lucky. The gods have been kind to us. I have done it on our members-only streams, so it's sort of like a sim session where I practice stuff. Is it true or false? Love the streams. That's like one big full question in one go. Thanks for watching, Peter, you were hoping for some more air traffic control. You're tired of yelling at the same ATCO trainees. Oh, God bless them. Do you have a ruler as well? Newton, why do you change the QNH to standard after a certain altitude? Is it too much trouble changing the air pressure? Yes, it is. Yes, you might as well, once you're over the transition level, you climb to a flight level. Every aircraft is then using the same pressure. Otherwise, you'd have aircraft at slightly different altitudes all over the place, and that would just be chaos. Everyone needs to know that they're exactly the same height. I don't know. It would depend on what's broken. You know, if a tray table is broken, for example, you say, you know, say the little catch at the top's broken, so the tray table flops down. I mean, the issue with that, I don't really know. I mean, the issue with that is someone can't sit in it with the tray table down because it's got to be stowed for takeoff and landing. That's probably something they want to try and get fixed, you know, ASAP, because that's a paying customer, isn't it? But if you're flying to outer Mongolia somewhere, there's probably not a crew of people that have got the spare parts in. Peter, you just withhold the access to the good coffee or tea. What about biscuits? Do you give them any biscuits? I'm sure they don't need yelling at. I'm sure under your guidance they're doing fantastic. Right, I wonder if we can see Manchester or see any traffic down there. Right, we're not too far away anyway from things starting to go and get very busy, so I'm going to get a final weather report for Glasgow, and then, because I don't think there's an ATC there, then we'll settle the box and we'll get going. Talvin, can you redeem a failure? Entirely up to you, Talvin. I mean, that was very kind of you. Jordan didn't ask last night. Rick, is Manchester ATC online? I think they are. Wizbiz, thank you so much for your $3 tip. I really do appreciate that, Wizbiz. Thank you for watching. Right. Oh my word. That is some wind. Okay, so weather is 200 at 26. Hello.
Hi, Captain. I was just wondering if you'd like a drink.
No,
maybe
thank
tea
you.
or coffee,
Oh.
or a bottle of water.
Yeah, no thanks.
No problem.
Probably spill it
Give me a
anyway.
call if you change your mind.
Gusting up to 38. Still 10 kilometers or more visibility. That's fine. So broken. 2,400 feet. Overcast. 3. Temperature is 17 degrees. QNH is 985. God, that is a big change. So it's like 400 feet different. Right, let's set up the box for this arrival. So I think we're safe to say that yes, runway 26 is going to be. Is it 26? That's 23, isn't it? Runway 23 is going to be our arrival runway. I'm on the Rebel 1 Golf arrival.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy.
So when we get top of descent, we'll get down flight level 70. We'll get Glasgow in the box as well. From Lanark, we'll self-vector ourselves in. Nice. Platform altitude 29. Minimums 221. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more, so runway visual range. That's all legal to start the approach. That's no problem. Normal 3-degree glide. runway. 46 meters. And a 3-degree PAPI as well. Awesome. Quick look at the go around. This isn't the brief, this is just me grabbing information. We'll brief it all in a moment. Go around 3,000 feet, straight ahead, 2.5, or 2.6 later, left turn. Okay. Missed approach 3,000. Lovely. And then once we've landed, where are we going? Delta Echo Fox and onto the domestic pier, so left turn. Right, top of descent is about 40 miles. Let's quickly get the box set up. Should be straightforward. Enter destination data. Yes, yes, yes. So let's just tidy the flight plan up. We'll clear that discontinuity out. Which makes it look a little neater. Look at the speeds as we're coming in. They look fine. So RadNav page, we'll get in Glasgow VOR. EGPF23. Platform altitude was what, about 3, it was 29, wasn't it? So EGPF23, so that's the runway threshold that we're landing at, 9-mile radius, so 3,000 feet as we get there. And let's pop in all the information it needs to land. Ground speed mini is going to be going nuts. So QNH is 985, God that's low. 17 degrees. Wind 200 at 26. Minimums 221. We'll go with a config 3 landing as well, I think. Kevin Booth, thank you so much. Gifting 1 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel membership as well. Thank you, Kevin. Really appreciate that. Welcome to Daziki. That gives us a VAP of 145 then. That'll power through that battling wind. Landing weight looks to be 63.5. So we'll do a performance calculation in a minute. Right, box set up. So that quick performance calculation, then we'll brief everything. So we're going to go with good weather rather than dry, because it's not going to be. 63 point, let's go 63.7, a bit conservative. Auto brake low, and runway 23. Alright, maybe not. Auto brake medium, that's what we need. That'll get us in. Alright then gang, let's brief it. So, weather, which we've just been discussing, we've got one heck of a headwind. So, runway heading is 23, winds are 200 at 26, gusting 38. So, we're going to feel that from the left of us coming today. Make no mistake about it, it could be a rocky approach. Visibility is fine though, so that's good. We've got broken clouds 2,400, it's overcast 4,300. 17 degrees with a QNH of 985 hectopascals. So, very low QNH. Aircraft is still fully serviceable, aside from the weather radar. No NOTAMs that we need to worry about today. Threats to be aware of. Obviously the wind is the biggest threat, yeah. We don't want any sort of wind shear or anything daft like that. There shouldn't be, not looking at the forecast. But just keep an eye on that wind as we're coming in and we're descending down and changing through the layers and how it swirls around. There is a little bit of terrain as well as we are coming in. You can just see it there. Oh, it's actually not depicted here. But yeah, a little bit of terrain on the ILS. So let's not do anything daft like get below the glide slope, or we'll be careful with that. Yeah, so that's it really. We've got no air traffic control either. There's a little threat. So this is the arrival. We are going to be on the Rebel 1 Golf arrival, and that will get us down on flight level 70 when we get to the top of descent. We've got speed restriction there of 230, so green dot after Lanark, and from there we will vector ourselves in and round flaps 1 and then flaps 2 with the glide. That's pretty straightforward. It's a normal 3-degree glide slope, 46 metre wide runway, all that stuff. That's fine. So yeah, nothing daft there. Once we've landed, look to vacate either Delta or Echo, and we're using water brake medium for this, and we'll taxi in onto the domestic pier at Lima. Final check, go through the box, make sure you guys can see it, spot anything that might be amiss. So confirmation 2-3, Rebel 1 Golf arrival. We've got the rad nav set to the Glasgow VOR. We've got everything set up in the box, and we've checked. Yeah, transition file is 6,000 feet. VAP's going to be 145. It's going to be quite a fast approach. Barrow is 221, and its flaps 3 landing clean is 229. So we could actually be clean. We could actually be managed for with the big green dot by the time we get to London, can't we? Landing wake 63.5. Second flight plan is the same as the active flight plan. All right. Time to go down. We'll have a look at the go-around procedure in a minute as well. Thrust idle, descent, and 260 eject. Hey Eurotexan, do you ever add the gust factor to the winds in the McDo? No. The gusts are left off. Just concentrate on, just put in the weather as is reported. Ooh, flex. I've not come across that before, but I like the errors. I really like the errors. I'll start bringing that in actually. Make a quick note of that. Right, just have a look at the go-around in case we need it. Obviously, we know that there's a potential if we get destabilised because of this weather. So the go-around is straight out on runway headings 3,000 feet. We're climbing to 2,500 feet or ILS DME 2.6, whichever it is later. We'll make that left turn, get over the VOR, and hold 3,000 feet. I don't think I said MSA as we're coming in as well as 3,000 feet, so that's fine. Right then, should we prepare the passengers for a bumpy landing? Ladies and gentlemen, hello once again from the flight deck. You may have noticed we started our descent into Glasgow. We're looking to get you on the ground in around 20 minutes or so, so if you get yourself all seated, see what signs will be going on shortly. The toilets will be going out of use, and I'll speak to you shortly. Thank you. Oh Dan, really glad you like the streams, mate. Thank you. Matt, have we ever had to do a divert in the sim? Yes, we have. remember diverting to Athens for something. I can't remember where it was we were trying to get into, but the weather was shocking. And we couldn't see it, and you know what the Greek islands are like. ILS is a rare breed over there. So we've just got a company message come through. This might be our parking stand. Let's have a quick check. Stand 5. That's what I wish all VATSIM sectors did this, because it's great. Means I know where I'm pointing my aircraft once we've landed. Stand 5. Yeah, there we go. A remote stand. How Easyjet. Barracks ground just connected. Brilliant. We've got someone to speak to once we're there. Chris Shaw, get the bus. What, to the parking stand? You do that from the terminal sometimes. Oh, my phone's just popped up with a notification regarding the weather for tomorrow. 100% chance of rain. Excellent. Alessandro, do I have an aircraft in front of me? If I do, he's not on TCAS. It is. How was the landing yesterday without the electric yellow pump? Oh, it was fine. It was fine. The electric pump was sorting that out. Oh, Flex, you're back flying tomorrow. Good, good stuff. Hope wherever you're headed has got nice weather. 0 NOTAMs. And a nice ILS, so your workload management is as easy as it gets. Angus, could you advise passengers it might be a bumpy landing? You might tell them the weather's looking a bit rough, but nothing to worry about. I always think it's a good idea to do that, but then the opposite side of the coin is, will that get passengers anxious? Are they better off not knowing? Me personally, I'd like to know. If I know it's going to be a rough landing, or for whatever reason, or I can expect, you know, the aircraft to be thrown around a little bit, I know it's fine, and they've told me about it, and there's nothing to worry about. So, but lots of people are scared of flying, obviously, aren't they? So, scared of flying, but still go, obviously. Flight level 200 Magenta. T-brake, Y medium auto brake. Combination of things. We're not that heavy. We're not that heavy. We're about a ton below max landing way. The runway, we've calculated it to be wet, so that takes it into consideration. It's not that short a runway, is it? How long is the runway? 2.6 kilometers, 2661 meters. So. Craig, you just done a horrible landing, 639. Ooh, that might need an inspection. You might have got a load 15 report coming out from the centre console. Chris says that's one of his good landings. And the self-loading passengers were screaming. Yeah. Christopher, this flight isn't in real time. What is it then? Space time? Richard, what is the accumulated pressure? There's a little dial here at the top. Get it back into the green zone. Two ways you can do that. Open up the cargo doors, because that activates the yellow hydraulic pump, or you can manually turn it on up here. There. That one.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Aaron, would you prefer to use more of the brakes or reverse engines to slow down if you have the option? Well, I don't know, actually this brings up a really interesting question. So, did you know that reversers become more effective on a wet runway? I'll let you guys work that out. Christopher Clark says 2005 UTC's. Yeah, I don't know why it's 10 minutes late. No idea. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. The flight duration is fine. Bombdeck, what is the flaps message? Oh, it's just the ground proximity warning system. We've basically told the aircraft that we're going to do a flaps 3 landing. If we hadn't pushed this button, then the aircraft would be expecting the flaps to be in the full position. And obviously I'm not. I'd leave them in the 3 position, so the aircraft would start screaming at me that I've not got flaps full out. Right, I think we've just got some 80s. Let's quickly grab it.
Broken 2,400 feet. Overcast 4,300 feet. Temperature +17. Dew point +15. QNH 985 hectopascal. Threshold QFE 984 hectopascal. Acknowledge receipt of information, Juliet. And advise aircraft type on first contact. Glasgow information, Juliet. Time 1950 Zulu. Automatic. Runway in use 23. Transition level flight level 80. Surface. Wind 200. 26. Gusting.
Well, that's weird. The 80s have just logged off. Oh well, it sounded very similar to what we were expecting. Ground frequency is on 1217, so we'll just get that in. Angus, is it the water ingestion that assists in slowing the air? I have absolutely no idea. I'm not 100% sure the physics behind it, but it is true that wetter runways, the reverse thrust becomes more of a factor in slowing the aircraft down because the brakes don't. Bunker Monkey, what conditions variables do I take into account when deciding for flaps 3 landing? Basically, I always try and do flaps 3 landing because it's better for the noise. It's not as noisy for the residents. It's better fuel economy, better wear and tear, all that kind of stuff. But you need to do a landing performance calculation to make sure you can actually do that. Oops, seatbelt sign's on. I thought I'd already done it. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, seatbelt signs are now on as we make our approach into Glasgow. It's worth noting that there is a little bit of bad weather ahead of us. Nothing to worry about, but just be prepared. ahead as we get you down nice and safely. Thank you. Right, I'll start winding back the speed to 250 knots in a minute. We'll activate the approach phase as well. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my big light off. Just put my little lamp on for this nighttime landing. Back in 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I don't want a big light on, Christopher. Not when I'm not doing a nighttime flight. Right, let's drop the speed down. Okay. Open descent. 70 blue. I'll start winding that down now. 3,000 feet, and that's on our local pressure. Right, I'll start to concentrate now. So then the approach checklist. Power FQ&H is 985 hectopascal. Let's see what signs are on. Minimums 221. Auto brake medium. EFB stowed. Right, don't need to get that low that quick. So let's adjust this. There we go. That'll do. VS 1100. And the approach phase is activated. Nick, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I had absolutely no idea, by the way, until I nipped into the VIP room on Discord afterwards, and thought, oh my god. Hey, Graham Hewitt, first time watching us. Thank you, Graham. Hope you've enjoyed it. Louis Aviation, good evening. So it says we're actually above the profile here. I'm quite happy with it at the moment. We'll just adjust it a little bit and then we'll fine tune it because we do need to slow down. So let's manage the speed then. Go down green dot now as we approach Lanark. Throw it into open descent, otherwise we won't actually slow down. So thrust low descent 3000 green. Green? 3000 blue. Glasgow traffic, easy 748 hotel is now overhead at Lanark, turning heading 340 for left-hand traffic to ILS intercept runway 23. So we'll try and just sort of place this arrow now. We can move it around a little bit. We want 3,000 feet around where the blue line intercepts, which is what it's there for. Don't mind having it a little bit sooner, so we can slow down flaps 18 and speed 180. Crew prepare cabin for landing. See the winds now, 46 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed.
What's the temperature? Oh, it's okay, we don't need anti-ice. We're flying through the cloud now, look. You see the strobes flashing away. Just see the ground, we can see the rain as well. In fact, I can hear the rain.
Newspapers or magazines which you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Now, I do have an aircraft on TCAS I can see here. Is this guy going into Glasgow? If he is, we're going to have to tuck him around him. So, I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to go into heading mode. And we'll fly north. Oh my word, look at this weather. India Oscar identified. Vaughn, what's the upper panel looking like? Probably like we need some landing lights. Just seeing his there, look. Here's our glide slope. Otto gifting 5 Easyjet Sim channel, Sim Pilot channel memberships. Thank you, Otto. Welcome, mate. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. Why were mine not on? To be fair, I probably couldn't see them anyway. Right, let's go direct to that fix now.
And the Easyjet is fully established for our
Fox 1. Speed check, Fox 1.
The 12-mile final. For Glasgow traffic.
Can't see a blooming thing. All we can see is the strobes flashing in the cloud, a little bit of rain. I can certainly hear the rain. Now, Andre, the weather radar would indeed come in handy.
Fully established for Glasgow traffic on a 10-mile final for runway 23 for Glasgow traffic for Easyjet.
Lockstar, glide, slope, blue, Cat 3 dual, to 1 and 2. Here comes the glide.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Yeah, why is there no lights? Because we're in cloud, mate. Because we're in Scotland. That's why. Oh, look at the wind, look at the rain. This is fun. The visibility, Vaughn, should be fine. Once we drop out of this cloud at about 2,400 feet, should be okay. a nice CDA though. That's nice. Glasgow traffic, easy, 748. Hotel is established runway 23 on the ILS, 14 miles, speed 180.
And Glasgow traffic, easy 652 is 6.5 miles and to minute approach to view with bad weather for easy 652 for Glasgow traffic.
Okay, well we should probably do something similar. Anyway, flaps 2 is coming up, so flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2. And I'm going to stop minimum approach speed as well. I wouldn't normally have done, but the aircraft in front of it is, so I don't want to catch him up obviously. Yuck. Mark there, not flap rings. God no, I'm not a Boeing pilot. Glide slope start. It's not a Boeing pilot, is it? It's a Ryanair pilot. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet set.
And easy 652 on a 4.8 mile final, got runway height, and 4.7 miles now for runway height.
There we go. Dropped out of that. Right, I'm going to give that aircraft in front a little bit more room. So flaps 3. Oh, what do you want? Hello?
Hi, Captain. We're ready for landing. The cabin is secured.
Alright, thanks.
No worries. If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll make sure I get seated along with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, it could be bumpy. Get seated now, please.
No problem. All stations. It's landing. Ladies and gentlemen, because this is nighttime flight,
Look at that. We're about 165 knots. Due to that 42 knot headwind that we've got.
back on once we've arrived on the ground. Thank you.
Oh, there's a rain cloud coming in the wrong place.
And easy 652, 2.5 miles for runway 23, short final.
I'm losing visibility. Let's see if we can get in. If we need to go around, remember, go around procedures, we'll call for go around flaps. We'll pitch up, we'll check the FMAs. Once we've got that positive rate, we'll get the gear up. And then it's just a takeoff again, isn't it? Right, 6.5 miles, gear down. Spoilers armed. Dinged. Landing checklist, cabin secured, go around altitudes 3,000 feet, land ECAM and we'll land in blue. Oh, runway's just coming into sight, but can you see how everything is still bobbling around? Might leave the autopilot in a little longer than normal. JJ, why do you not put the landing gear out until about 5-7 miles out? No point wasting fuel, JJ. Between 5 and 6 miles where I normally throw it out. Atlas says the sunny stay in Glasgow. headwind's slowly starting to drop off. Alright, I'm happy. What about R5 control? Now just...
Extending, waiting.
What? Just want to keep an eye on that
Rolling
wind.
out for Easy 622, we'll vacate in the next left.
Oh my god, is he not vacated yet? Ah! Come on, get down.
500.
Alright, stable, we've got 3 whites. Get down, you sod.
And Easy 622 vacate.
Oh, I'm not happy with this. We might be going around because I'm not happy. We've got
100 above.
4 whites, 3 whites.
Minimum.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Suppose it's playing first green. Manual brakes. Reverse is off. That was 0 because it was bugged. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll have a look at the replay, you can judge for yourselves.
to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care with opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Right, let's cross the line and then we'll contact ground. Glasgow ground, good evening, Easy 748 Hotel on Echo.
Easy 748 Hotel, Glasgow ground, good evening, welcome to Glasgow. Taxi to stand 5, and that's going to be via taxiway Golf and Kilo.
Golf Kilo, stand 5, Easy 748 Hotel.
We will start deboarding and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
Sharma, for the light shortcuts, I use Simbox for that, so it's done on my tablet. JJ, anything with a 400 considered a good landing? Yeah, absolutely. I do think a lot of time people focus on the wrong things when it comes to landing. They want like 30 FPS or something daft. I mean, that's technically a bad landing, but that's exactly it. Get in the touchdown zone and get on the centre line. Von, yes, yeah. Dad's Purges, Glasgow, that's where we are. Right, where are we going? Stand 5. It's not a gate, is it? Stand 5. It'll just be a parking, I think. Oh no, is stand 5 not an option in GSX? Another 50 seconds or so, we can shut down engine number 2. Luna, what is the ambient sound thing? That is self-loading cargo. Right, I'm going to show the replay in a moment, so we can have a look. This is great scenery as well from Pyrrhus. Really one of their best ones. They're all good, aren't they? Pyrrhus don't usually make bad airports. I think we need to visit East Midlands again at some point, because that is just fantastic. Alright, someone's knocked out the power to the guidance stocking system. Stop it wherever. That'll do. Alright, I'll not shut the engines down because I need them for the replay. Right, so thank you to everyone that flew alongside us today. Let's get off VATSIM and then we will check out the replay, see what it looks like. Get rid of self-loading cargo as well before I do that. There we go. Right, let's enjoy the view. I bet the weather looks a lot nicer now than when we came in. All the winds should still be a bit windy. See what that looks like. Sarah 2411, good night, mate. If you haven't done so yet and you are on your way out, then without not sticking around for the replays, then please do hit the like button as you depart my aircraft. Thank you. Sharma, I use Sky Dolly for my replay tools. Angus was glued to the edge of UC. It was close. I mean, the aircraft just did not want to go down. All that wind over the wings, keeping it up. Really was having to force it down at some point. Not often I look down at the prime flight display on a Flaps 3 landing and see that we're level. So yeah, I guess going around was also going through my mind. Then I sort of start look at the VS rate and think, no, we're going to make that. It's going to be okay. You can still go around later on. I know we're going to get in the touchdown zone. We'll be right. Aaron, thank you for being here. Oh, Peter, you're now off for the graveyard shift, midnight to 6 AM. Well, I hope it's a quiet night and there's not too many cargo planes for you. Night, Peter. Yeah, a bit of a firm landing, but plane was where it needed to be. Yeah, you were talking about the lightning effects of the storm. Wrong kind of storm. It wasn't a thunderstorm, so there was no lightning predicted tonight. It was just a storm, a depression. So not really surprised. JJ, you've been told if the plane's floating on landing, put the flaps up to let the aircraft plant down quicker. I have never heard that from any pilot. I have no. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Your alarm would be, the alarms would be beeping and all sorts would be going off. Unless I was on fire or something like that. on fire and my wings had fallen off, so it didn't really matter. Oh, the scenery here looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Flex, I've inspired you to do a flight on X-Plane. Oh, let us know how it goes. Which aircraft though, Flex? Which aircraft are you going for? Oh, the 7.6, fair enough. Out of all the Boeing aircraft, I think the 7.5 and the 7.6 are my two favourites. JJ, I'm not familiar with the Vision Jet. Maybe that is an approved technique. I've no idea. It's not one I'm familiar with. Ooh, I think we planted that down right on the touchdown zone. Touchdown point. Awesome. Oh, Flex, you're on the 7.5 and 7.6. Excellent. On the pencil. Right, fully enjoyed that. Lots of weather, lots of great chat, and you guys, as always, have been awesome. Oh, Flex, have a good flight tomorrow. As I say, if you're on Discord, join us there and get in touch. And to those of you who have supported us this evening through super chats, donations, and gifted memberships, etc., thank you so much. Really do appreciate all of those. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. And Easyjet and Pilot channel members, as always, doing amazing stuff. Thank you guys. I say doing amazing stuff, that is until they pull me up on what? Had me laughing out loud last night when I climbed into bed and read it. The VIP lounge suddenly went X-rated for a while last night. So guys, thank you so much. Hope you have enjoyed the flight this evening. I have. Thank you for your company. It's been a great flight. As always, our flights will be advertised on the Discord server when they will be coming up. Replays getting in the way. Cancel that. Silence the alarms. Shut up. I'm not actually sure why you're flashing at me. Anyway, thanks so much everyone. I'll look forward to our next flight, and I shall see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.
$500.